Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Your Big Music Moment, coming at you every day, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm your host, Chris Sharma. Shout out to musicians on call, bringing the healing power of music to those in need, and we are Big Music. We had a great show yesterday with DJ Jailbreak, a little bit of kind of an inside-the-scenes look at an up-and-coming DJ and producer and kind of what it takes to make tracks and work with artists. And that's really interesting to see a little bit of that behind the scenes action. Today we've got an amazing treat. We've got young Cisto all the way from Norway. So we're really looking forward to talking to him. And here we go. Hey man, how are you?
Hello. I'm good.
Right
How you doing?
On. Good. Wow. So what time is it there?
Here is 9.
There.
It's 9
right.
p.m. right now. 9 p.m.
Excellent.
Just cooling back.
Pre-recording this, so
Yes.
otherwise it would be way too late. But thanks for joining us and making the effort to shift the schedules around. So why don't we just start out with some music and then we can talk a little bit.
Okay, then let's get to business. Let's get it. All right, this is my song for my album called Heroes and Villains. It's called Cape. Yeah. Okay.
It's raining outside.
Cisto.
Yeah.
Pull up on my Cape coat.
They tryna make you scapegoat. In my head I can't escape, no. In my head I can't escape, oh, yeah. Sit back, it's a late show. Saying that's the affiliation. Hoes, but don't trust none of those. I'm screaming about my nose. Let's go. We gone. Hit the go. I'm pull out with a book. I feel like, baby, bitch, open. And it's like you are. I'm on a broken star. I turn like, oh, no, shit. I had to leave, I can say. I gotta go and get paid. I'm calling in a day. I said shit. I got a bag on the way. I said shit. I might eat clean off the plate. They want to beef with bro steak. Searching for peace on my bait. They seek for reason all day and still keys on my face. I jump out of the building, yeah. Open the cake. I'm flying, yeah. Like a hero, yeah. Captain Hunter, even when I had zero. Yeah, diamonds and below. Bow, you get Debo. Yeah, cold to be low. Yeah, I love you. I don't need you. I got a pursuit. Carry the heat like a stroke. Yeah, I'm a motherfucking beast. Yeah, I'm on a rope. And we met before she said she loved me. Whoa. I said, damn, where it go? To my fam, I'm on the road. I'm like, click. I go to end, yeah, my bro. No one in the shit. No, yeah. Arguing with a club. Super off the pick. Yeah, I'm somewhere with my bro. A lion gotta grow. Whoa. Come on. Have you seen me before? I just hop with your dope, then I just low. I'm up, yeah, for that, you don't try me, nigga, I'm feeling like that low. You don't try me, bitch, I'm feeling like that low. You don't try me, come on. Motherfucking Cape, heroes and villains, nigga, get saved. Save yourself.
Come on. Yeah, let's go. I mean it. Back in the repertoire. Yeah, au revoir. Yeah, I'm back now. Yeah, black now. Black with now. That shit so wrong. Oh shit, man, I live in raw. Yeah, I'm going up. Yeah, never praise the Lord. Oh, damn. Shit, we can sympathize. Man, feel living life. Man, just realize. Ooh.
Pull out with a cape coat. Oh my god, man, I can't be no scapegoat.
Man, I hate through the ass to a ratio. She bad with a halo. Bad bitch, she say something. Yeah.
Pull out with a cape coat. No escape though. Word like a scapegoat.
Shit was the thing, man. Do it for the thing. Nah, boy, couldn't do it, yeah.
Never finna spray.
Heroes and villains out everywhere, you know what I mean? everywhere, global, Spotify, YouTube, Heroes and Villain, Yo Cisto. Let's get it.
Nice. I like how you're telling a story on all levels with your gestures as well as your as well as your words.
mm, that's important.
Yeah.
I always believe,
So
like, yeah, we're
so
saying.
we've got to get used to this time delay, otherwise I'm going to keep interrupting you. So I apologize in
Yeah.
advance.
No, no, no. Sorry.
um, your story, speaking of stories, I know that you come from geographically, a wide variety of places have been in your past, and how are
Mm.
you here making music now, and how did that evolve, and where'd you grow up, and what was that journey like?
Yeah, man, it's been a wonderful journey so far. But yeah, originally I'm from Ghana, GH, representing West Africa. But I was born in Italy, Modena. It's a little city close to Bologna. And I lived there for like the majority of my life, like 16 years. Yeah, 16 years. Then after that, we moved with my family, my mom and my sisters. We came to Norway. So I always been interested in music, generally. I came from, or I still come from, like a kind of religious background. So I was listening a lot to like gospel. My dad used to listen to reggae, but I was really interested in just music in general. I just love, like, it gave me like goosebumps. So before I actually started making music, I was a dancer. I was a dancer. I wanted to just, do my Michael Jackson moves on the stage, and that's what I did. I started dancing, and after a while, when I came in Norway, I met a really good friend of mine. He also, came from outside. He came from Kenya, and we just like kicked back. We started making music. We got a studio. So then, yeah, I moved to Norway in 2010. So it's been almost 10 years now. So
Wow.
I started making music there then, and yeah, I just evolved and found my sound, and yeah, it took a while. So that's basically me. That's my little journey. So from Italy to Norway, and I went last year to the roots, to Ghana. I went to visit because I've never been in Ghana like
Wow.
my whole life. So I went there last year, and it was really amazing. I got like a great welcome, and
Yeah, it's so much of the music that we do obviously comes from Africa, Mali, Ghana,
Mm,
a lot of that,
yeah.
the roots of blues, right, are from Mali, and then blues became
Wow.
R&B, and then R&B came back. So
Mm,
that's the homeland of a lot of parts of our civilization, but musically,
wow.
especially. And do
Yes.
you know an Italian artist named Zucchero?
Zucchero. Nah, it sounds like, I
He's
feel I've heard the name, but
Yeah,
I haven't
he's
heard.
taken some inspirations from all over in blues and everything. So I thought that might be
Uh huh.
some of that
Hey, that's nice.
resonates. But so in your approach, and a shout out to Nadira on our team with this question. But what do you want? Like when you're making music, what do you want the audience to feel? Is it part of this journey? Is it song by
Mm.
song? Like what is you as an artist? What do you want the audience to feel?
I want to, like, everybody, that listen to my music or just see me perform. I want them, like, to be touched in a way, like give like you know give give them like a memory in a good way, and uh, in any way, like let them think. Because for me, when I make music, I
Right.
try to always make music in two. I got two ways. I have the music that I entertain with, and music I entertain with. That said, is like I feel entertainment can be used in two ways. You can just have music like for having fun or parties. Really like trying to think too much, just like kicking back. Or you can have music like it can inspire you or make you go a little bit deep in thoughts and make you travel. So that's what I always try to do, and I always trying to create something new. That's what I like personally. I never want to make the same song, the same.
All right.
I just want to create something new and just keep pushing the boundaries. That's my main thing. But at the end of the day, my lyrics, they say a story about me. They say a story about my friends. They say a story about people I've met. They might say even a story about a story. I might like watch a movie and I might get inspired and maybe make a track about that. So it's everything that kind of like touches me and goes through this journey.
Beautiful. That's amazing. So in like, it's not, you're trying to not just share what you're inspired about, but you're trying to and achieving it and sharing inspiration in general. Like, hey, everybody, you can think about what I'm thinking about, but think, be inspired.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like that's my main thing. I'm not about like, yo, you gotta think like me, but if you hear this song, either you go up and dance, and when you're dancing, you have a good time, and you're gonna like, go away from whatever bad trauma, whatever or just think, be like, okay, what is he trying to say with these words? Why did this melody touch me? That's my really mindset when I make music. So yeah,
that's beautiful. That's great. That's as with most artists that I think are very successful, is they think about the audience as well as themselves. And it's obviously you're on that tip as well. Yeah, you got a couple more tracks for us?
Yes, sir.
And
talking about that.
It's so awesome seeing your facial expressions as you perform it. I know we kind of working to get the in this with the constraints, but let's make sure we see your face. Don't get out of the screen.
Okay, I
know you gotta like kind of hunch over.
Yeah. I got this song that is doing pretty well. I shot a video last 2 months. It's called Mosesism, and it's basically a turn-up song. It's that type of song, you hear at 3 a.m. partying, taking shots, vodka shots, just having fun. So I hope y'all ready to turn up with me. We're going rockstar vibes. Let's get it.
Yeah. Whoa. Roses on my neck, story on the list, flooded on my face. Now she wanna kick. Moses on the set.
Come on, that's it. Yeah.
Roses on my neck, story on the list, flooded on my face. Nigga a ball. Now she wanna kick. Moses on the set. Moses on the set. The bitch is beauty. Put on a nigga, your mood like. Ain't no bitch who go swoop me, man. She got me there, whoop-de-woo. Now she didn't get 2-0. It's a gang thing. We don't count away no bumps. Bully told me that it's a little long that we friends with no interest. Get it? No interest. Fucking the word, no interest. Step on the ass like an instant. I got some bitches, I got some business. Never collected to mixing. All of my girls we can mix with mostly body tiki. She said I'm picky. I said, only with girls I could eat. ADB, you feed me, treat me,
Okay, I hope you're having a good time there, home.
I say tonight I'm a genie.
Are you ready to turn
every
up?
day is genie.
Okay, by the count of 3.
This is an LC.
We're gonna shake your body or jump or something.
I'm a genie, every day I'm genie.
Come on!
Roses on my neck, story on that list, flooded on my cheeks. Now she wanna kick. Moses on the set. Moses on the set.
Yeah.
Roses on my neck. Cisto on that list. Flooded on my cheeks. Now she wanna kick. Moses on the set. Moses on the set.
Let go. Heroes and villains. Yeah. Alright then. Now we feeling like I said, we gotta go everywhere. It's a world tour. I'm taking y'all to Africa. We're going to the motherland. We're going to Ghana. I hope y'all ready. Better be ready. Let's go. Let's get it.
I said, new boy thing, right now with a cute thing. Right now she a bang. Young nigga walking like a big thing. Got his house in an oldly drip. I'ma give you what you want, oldly different. Put it right now, yeah. We lit.
In the club, sipping on the Chris. Rose,
champagne. Okay. All day, your friends. Okay. Let me know, we're gonna go. Right now, we're gonna roll. I tell ya, play a roll. I said, give me that sauce, give me that pasta. I say basta. Oh shit, big lion, no Mufasa. I'm out, yeah, in your casa. Shit, and you shake it, your left to the right, yeah. She go down, she begging for the pipe, yeah. I said don't smoke, but tonight I be high, yeah. She said okay, yeah, come make it right, whoa. Come here, yeah, with a demo.
Make it right,
Like a Gemini. Yeah, tell me what you like, though. Tell me what you like, though. I'ma buy it what you like. Make you say, oh, God, oh, why? I said, rude boy thing. Right now, with a cute thing. Right now, she a bang thing. Young nigga walking like a big king. I got sauce in her old drip. Give me that sauce,
Baby natural African sauce. Yeah, that is
Nice. Wow. Yeah, that is quite an around the world journey there that you took us on. What and how much does listening to music from Africa, from Ghana, is that part of your inspiration?
To be honest, I started listening a lot last year because I wanted to. One of my like goals is to bring like the African music scene a little bit into Europe, you know.
Right.
So I just started like listening more to artists like Burna Boy, Whiskey, they're like, you know, Afro hip hop, Afro pop, Davido, all these artists, super talented and super good. And I went there too. I was there last year for almost 2 months total. And yeah, you know, when you're there outside with the people, you hear sounds, you get influence. And they were playing the music 24/7, you know, because at the beginning I was completely new. I was like, I knew, of course, I've heard the music, but I couldn't see myself, you know, jumping on those type of beats or those type of records. But after I was, you know, with the locals and I was talking with them, I got a completely different view. So now I listen to it kind of like, you know, I got a couple songs on my playlist I always go back to, and I'm like, yeah, I like this one.
Right. You kind of, in some ways, it's helpful to see where the roots of a music are physically, to be there. And then you understand why it is that way. You know, I think the islands, you know, in the Caribbean, I think, you know, with the Afro-Cuban stuff there and with, you know, reggae, of course, you know, it's so specific to where it came from. It's universal in appeal, but you really understand it when you go to those places. You know, high life music, you know, that was, it seemed so weird. But then when you understand where it comes from and why it's like that, it's really cool. And what it meant to the society to have that was music for them. And it was really cool.
And of course, I had my parents playing, you know, those hits, or you could call it like Ghanaian songs home. So I've always had that. But I started listening, like you could say, by myself, like, you know, when I went there, because then I got a whole different perspective, you know, about it.
And so you and when you make this music, I mean, you're writing the lyrics and everything, you're choosing beats, and then you're also recording the voices and mixing it and mastering it too.
Yeah, it's pretty much I think out of necessity. It's so funny because when I started making music at the beginning, I couldn't do none of those things you mentioned. I couldn't write like that, like I write now. I couldn't. I freestyle a lot too. I learned to freestyle. We had like a freestyle battle a couple of years ago that kind of got me into freestyling. So I freestyle a lot on my test. I write some of them. It's like a 50-50, depends by the mood and by the date, to be honest. I started mixing because there was one guy that was supposed to mix for us back in the days, and he wasn't doing it. And I was like, I need to get my tracks out. So I just, you know, we live in the age of information. Just got myself on YouTube and started learning little by little. So after a couple of years, I got pretty good. So now I can mix. I mix for other artists too, like other new artists who trying to like establish themselves. Of course, I learned to master and producing. I really haven't got into it because I just felt it was too much on my plate. I danced too, so I was like, nah, I'm gonna stick
Yeah.
to this stuff. But yeah, that's it. And I love it. Like I really like it because now when I mix my own voice, I kind of have the idea on how my voice should sound like, or if I
Hmm.
have some weird, thing going on, like a delay, like I know exactly, like when I'm making the track, I'm like, that's the effect I wanted. So
Uh,
it turned out to be great.
that is amazing. What platform do you use to mix?
I use Cubase. I'm a
Nice.
PC guy, so Cubase. I've been using Cubase since I started
Very
2010.
cool. Yeah,
Mm,
that's close to my heart. That's really cool. It seems
yeah.
like it gives you as an artist more control. You're not you have the freedom, the creative freedom to say, okay, yeah, I want to redo that lyric. You don't have to go back and
Mm,
get
mm,
another
mm,
mix, or
mm.
all right, this is how I want it to sound.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
because I know that it's that singular vision of an artist is important to preserve, and a lot of times
Mm,
working with
mm,
artists, it's the majority of the work goes into trying to understand what the vision is. But if you can do
yeah.
it yourself, you take that
Hey,
whole thing out of the picture, which is really amazing.
yeah. And I think that like artists like Kanye, Travis Scott, and all these, even Eminem. I just found out you produce. I was like, whoa, like
Yeah.
and it just shows you that it's possible when you see people like that doing
Hmm.
it, and you
Yeah.
can actually do it and just learn. So it really
Yeah.
gave me heart.
I think both of those artists that you mentioned too are they're able to very specifically, whether or not they actually what they do, but they know what they want. They're able to communicate it really well to those
Mm, mm,
the
mm,
people they're collaborating with.
mm, mm,
I know
mm,
some
mm, mm,
folks who worked with both of those, and they're amazing at that. And
mm,
that's tough, because you gotta understand what
mm,
all
mm.
your options are. What
Exactly.
what going forward, what's happening? Anything you want to let everyone know we should be looking out for?
Yeah, look how I got this thing coming on. This actually been my own, I guess, my signature. I want to leave in music because when I came in the rap game or music, I've seen all my favorite rappers and artists. They kind of have like a series of album. Like Lil Wayne had the Carter One, Carter Two, Carter Three. Jay Z had the Blueprints.
What?
Yeah, like a lot of artists just have this series of albums. So I was really, when I was a kid, and I am, but when I was a kid, I was like a super passion. I wanted to be an astronomer. I was really fascinated by stars and planets and stuff like that. So yeah, I just went back to it, and I'm releasing in October Venus, and in March, but no, not in March, in September, March. So I'm releasing two planets by the end of 2020, and I'm releasing the song African Sauce, the one I just played right now, on my birthdays, which is almost in a month.
Oh,
So
great.
yeah, that's the three main things.
So you've
They're all
taken
gonna be,
the
yeah,
planets are that's your
a
inspiration.
signature. Yeah, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
release nine albums just full of creative sound and my own thing, and yeah.
that's really
So
amazing. I'm forgetting the name of the classical composer, but there's an amazing. You should YouTube it. There's an amazing
okay,
planets. It's a series of classical pieces that are
okay,
inspired. Yeah, so you could that might be inspirational to check out.
yeah,
Oh,
most
wow,
definitely. I gotta check that out.
how cool is
Check
that?
that out. Yeah,
Well, great.
so mhm.
And then
that's what 2020 I have for. I
good.
have some couple of videos coming too, but that's gonna be on YouTube, so they're gonna be available.
Right on. What
Yeah.
and then hopefully how has the lockdown affected you guys out there?
Oh man, it's been weird. Like, damn. Like, I haven't worked because, of course, I'm a musician, but on the side, I work as an accountant too. To support this dream. And yeah, man, I haven't worked since March. It's been a
Wow.
little bit weird with the schedule and stuff, but I don't know. I feel here people, at least now, people are more like chilled about it. Like they are going out. They're not. Those like the first 3 4 weeks. everybody was actually quarantined. I feel after a month, people started just, going out to the
Yeah.
park and just, doing their thing. But it has affected, of course, the economy as everybody. But yeah, we just making the best out of it.
And no
No
gigs,
shows.
you
That's
can't
the
play.
thing. I was about to say no shows. No shows. I miss performing. I really miss
Yeah.
performing.
I mean,
I
if you're a
actually had
dancer, especially, you're just,
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just.
dancing for one is.
I had this super small show. I think there were like 40 people because we weren't allowed to have more than 50 for my album release. Because I've been working on this album for like almost 2 years, So I handed it in early, and I had the date set up the 6th of June, just because I wanted to set that date. And Corona and a lot of stuff happened, so we couldn't have the proper release and the proper, proper release for it in a way. But it was still fun. I had the show. There were like 40 of my friends and fans who really support me, because I just had really few tickets, and they came, and it was a show.
Wow.
But I really miss performing, like going out and do all that. That's the thing I miss the most, to be honest.
Yeah,
we
think
just waiting.
As fans, everyone's missing live music too. I think that once everything is over, there's going to be some epic parties.
Yeah. That's
Well,
the
great.
thing.
So, do you have one more for us? Was that, I think, the plan?
Yeah, I got one more track. I got this song called Deep. It's actually an acronym that stands for Divine Entity Evoking Purpose. And basically, I got the inspiration from this song I made it at the beginning of 2020, when Corona was kind of starting, and the world was kind of going under. There was this like fear in the air, and Kobe Bryant was one of my favorite role models, kind of almost like a father figure to me, passed away. There's a lot of things going on, even in my personal life, just generally. So this song has a deep meaning, and it's really close to my heart. So I hope you enjoy it, and it's out, of course, everywhere on Spotify. So let's get it. Deep. Yeah. I'm only vulnerable, but I really love you. I'm too gullible, but what I gotta say. Live for today. Frontline soldier. Long gone over. Stone cold sober. My love starts blowing up. Cannot control her. She like the weather. Worse or the better. The curse of the shadow. How can I be judged if I didn't know better? I didn't know, but now I know. Still got no self-control. Break rules that I self-impose. Everything but around me like dominoes. They make fools, I collect the vote. Break rules, shake your soul. You can go on my foes. Feel I'm losing against these foes. The enemy at the end. It's not me, it's not them. They're flow sheep as a friend. Is that man the one I settle within? Is that time that's slipping through my hand? Like I'm holding sand. I feel like Superman, but can't figure this puzzle. Can't quit my hustle. I'm missing the fuck you. I'm sick of disgust. I know let me be. If I ain't good enough for me, imagine that the words I will be here for me. Don't come for me. I don't wanna live comfortably. Step out of the zone, break your disability. I said that shit get way too deep. Who confront me? PTSD has the colonies. Hold up, don't you weep. I've been on the road, been way too steep. I'm too scared to feel obsolete. My attempts have been weak, but G.O.D. still fuck with me, at least. Sometimes I'm too deep like the ocean, and I'm too weak. I
Feel your critique is so bogus. I'm being unique, yeah, earth as a bonus. Yeah, I need a heart as a donor. Yeah, I need a
I need a heart
for my soldiers, the fallen psychologists.
Getting crazy, on by the cup, man. I know the reading lessons about me like Fox, man. I regret that I was in the moment. But tell me, worse, I think it's 30 of minutes.
This is me to remember in a prison. Yeah, I just
feeling get so temper. Gentlemen, I was lesser. Get her right in there.
Lightness will make you better.
Darkness be sneaky. Evil was always clever.
I just came from Vanessa. Let's go to Vanessa. Some man treasure the days. Give me the lectures. I done times give you lesser. My mind is in me. Make it time. You're too protector. Bad, yeah, attitude. I hope I don't affect her. She wanna be my views. I said, I'm good. I said, I need you, but I left for no excuse. She told do the work. I don't care. I'm tryna live, yeah, the dream, yeah. And I never, oh, you wasn't congruent. And then now I see your fruits. I just saw you fuck the world. Does the blessed tools. Yes, I got the love that I contribute. The song's so deep. Made it in the womb.
We high on the moon. Tell you it's tune. Tell them where we going. It's in Neptune. Yeah, the Neptune. Sometimes I'm too deep like the ocean. And yeah, I'm too weak. I can't focus. What we had critics is so good. I mean, yeah, so me get hurt as a bone. I need a heart as a donor. Yeah, I need a heart. Cisto. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. I love the lyrics in that and the horn. It's really neat how your voice weaves in and out with the horn.
Thanks,
beautiful.
Man.
All right, Cisto. Hey, brother, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Let me know.
I'd love to do it again soon.
It's really I'm cool. Down. I'm down.
All
I'm
right.
down. I'm gonna bring some new sounds.
Great. Can't wait.
Thanks, man.
Much respect, and we'll be in touch, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Bless. Bye.
Yep. How cool is that? Straight from Norway. You can really tell sometimes the difference in music, and in the fundamental kind of colors that different artists use, and a lot of it, like we were talking about, is from different spots and different geographical locations, as well as those walls are being broken down with the democratization of content digitally, but it's still really fascinating to explore that. So looking forward to hearing more from Cisto. Shout out to Musicians on Call, supporting those in need with the power of music. Tomorrow we've got a great show with Chocolate, and that's going to be a really fun show. She's going to be on with us at same time, 5 p.m. Pacific. So join us here. And as always, Big Music stands with Black Lives Matter. So check out our socials for the changes that we are making in the world to help with the cause of social justice. So everybody, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.